Hey guys, we're live. It's 5 o'clock on the dot, or just about. And we are going to talk about some stuff. Of course, as the title says, we're going to talk about A Course in Miracles. And what's been on my mind lately, I don't know why the past few months, after years of being involved with A Course in Miracles, I always put the manual for teachers, which comes last at the end of the course. But I sort of pushed it off. I don't know why. I've mentioned before that maybe I thought it was kind of presumptuous of me to think of myself as God's teacher. Of course, what the Course is saying, we are all God's teachers. Every single one of us. If you don't like the word God, replace it with something else. We are here to teach love, to demonstrate love. And we teach what we most need to learn. So when you think of it in that sense, that we teach what we most need to learn. Hey, Sniper. Sniper says, Grand Risings, Eric. Good morning, Sniper. Where we teach what we most need to learn. It makes sense to think of yourself as a teacher. How else are you going to learn? So the objective of A Course in Miracles, and we could actually do away with A Course in Miracles. The objective of Buddhism, the objective of yoga, is to realize who we are and teach that. Which is why every major tradition has a basis in kindness. Shamanism has a basic in kindness. Cooperating with the world. Hey, Tandra. Tandra says, good morning. Cooperating with the world. Having the world cooperate with you. Hey, Joshua. Jasper Streams. I know it was a mistake to have Jasper Streams, but I actually like that title. I wrote about this morning. Aldous Huxley, the British teacher, philosopher, author. He wrote The Brave New World and The Doors of Perception, as well as The Perennial Philosophy. When he was asked towards the end of his life, what have you learned studying the perennial philosophies of the world? Jasper says, then I'll keep it. Well, how do you like it? And he said he was a little embarrassed to come to the realization after 45 years of studying the perennial philosophies of the world, from shamanism to Buddhism to Christianity to Islam and Sufism, a little embarrassed to say that everything came down to just try to be a little kinder to each other. It's a profound statement. Let's see, Jazwa says, it's like saying that, Jazwa. I love it because Anna G calls me it. Who's Anna G? Try to be a little kinder to each other. Here's what I wrote about this morning. Where does that start? If you don't realize if you're not kind to yourself, you don't have kindness to put out there. If you don't forgive yourself, you can't forgive others. Sniper says, that apple tree will have to wait for Monday now. I pulled my lower back yet again, moving my ladder around yesterday. I felt it go. Ooh, I've been there, Sniper. I've been there. I hope you can heal up by Monday. Jaza says she's a person from Letty M. I don't know who that is either. I don't know if you know who she is. Nope, I don't. That's okay. Zipper says I managed the school run. I got myself back to bed. Maybe some real gentle movement today. Yep, Tandra has excellent advice. Scroll, take it easy. So, in a sense, all kindness is self-kindness. And self-kindness is kindness towards others. As Ramana Maharshi said when he was asked by a follower, how do we treat others? And he smiled and said, there are no others. When Jesus was asked what are the greatest commandments? And he said to love God and to treat others as we love ourselves. To love others as we love ourselves. As we wish to be loved. Jazzo says it's 3:05 a.m. here. It's 5 little after 5 here. 5:05 here. We'll talk for about 20 minutes or so. And I will make some breakfast, go out for my walk. It's a shorter walk this morning. Short-ish, 2 miles or so. I'll do another walk in the afternoon. It's supposed to rain throughout the day. So, I was talking about the manual for teachers. The manual for teachers offers, Jazzer says, I'm going to head back to sleep. Just saying hi. I appreciate you stopping in to say hi. Hope you get some rest. Characteristics of God's teachers. And remember, God's teachers are anyone who declares themselves to be so. It's a beautiful thing to be. It means you're teaching kindness in the world. You're teaching kindness by demonstrating kindness. You're teaching forgiveness by demonstrating forgiveness. You're teaching love by demonstrating love. Every single moment gives you an opportunity to teach that. Are you demonstrating trust in any moment? Not trust in another, not even trust in yourself, but trust in your relationship with the universe, in the relationship with God. That you are held and cared for in every moment. Are you demonstrating honesty? That is one of the 5 yamas in yoga, the foundations of yoga. That we are practicing self-honesty, honest with ourselves in every moment. Meaning, am I relating to the ego or am I relating to spirit? If I'm honest with myself, I can see ego playing a role in my relationship with others, moment to moment. When I see that honestly, I can surrender it. And now I can simply choose to be kind. Don't have a choice until you're honest. We love to insert free will in every situation, but we don't have free will until we have a choice. And we don't have a choice until we are practicing radical self-honesty. In every moment we see, man, I went into default network mode, which is a term used in neuroscience. Hey, Procoman. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. It's good to see you too. The default network mode is, they also use the term happiness quota. People are generally as happy as that level that they have been raised and brought up and they are aware of. If you win the lottery, you're really, really happy, and then you settle back down to that level. You see the world the way that the kleshas, the 5 afflictions of the mind, allow you to see it. Until you become aware of those, we can call the kleshas blockages too. Until you become aware of them. And when you're aware, they begin to change. So we are, until we can practice that self-honesty. Sniper says, hi to Pokemon. Until we can actually practice self-honesty, which is just another way of saying awareness, we don't have a choice. But once we can just start viewing the lens of our perception, to borrow a phrase from Aldous Huxley, as well as William Blake. Hey, Timo. Timo, I was thinking about you this morning. How are you? then we truly see who we are and whether or not we have free will. Tolerance is another one of the characteristics of God's teachers. That as we practice kindness, our natural tolerance begins to appear. Tolerance doesn't mean that we put up with something or someone. It means that we recognize ourselves as infinite space to hold all things. Patience. One of my personal favorites, gentleness, quality of God's teachers. As we practice kindness, as we practice forgiveness, we find ourselves naturally gentle in how we approach others. And that means everything. Everything. We become kind and gentle to the chair that we sit in. We become kind and gentle to everyone that comes into our live stream. We become kind and gentle to ourselves. Every little thing, every big thing. Joy. Joy is the reality of who we are. As we start living our lives just based upon the simple premise of being kind, that our natural, innate joyfulness flows throughout the world. Timo says, can't answer. That's okay. Tandra says, hey, Procoman, and hi to Timo. Hey, any update on the watch hours, Tandra? My cat's saying hi to you guys. So, I'm not going to go through all of them, but we have generosity, patience, and faithfulness and open-mindedness. But I did want to talk about 6, defenselessness, because that seems a hard thing for us to understand, being defenseless. Because we think we have to defend ourselves under every circumstances. If I don't defend myself, people will take advantage of me. If I don't defend myself, people will continue to do bad things to me, towards others. But is that necessarily true? And have we ever examined if it's true or not? Give me a sec, guys. It says meow. Well, thank you for saying meow to my cat. She appreciates it. She just said meow. She said meow back to Tandra. 2387 with 5 days being held, which means that we're actually in the 500 frame now. That's only a week's worth right there. Let's say if you manage each day to get 60, 70, 80 watch hours from the restreams that you're doing, which seems entirely possible, entirely doable. That's a week's worth of work right there. Man, if everyone here could just do a playlist for Tandra, you don't even have to do a playlist. Tandra has epic live streams that you can have up on a device, and you could have it up and running and use it as your as a little moment of zen, a little moment of meditation, a little moment of peacefulness in nature. Spend some time with the waves crashing on the shore, or giraffes, or sheep, elephants. Take a pick and just spend some time, have it up and running. When you're a little busy, shift over there and spend some time. Cypress says, thanks, Chandra. I've just overdone climbing this week. I normally spread my climbing jobs out and vary my work, but unfortunately this week I couldn't move any around. Everyone's saying hi. Tony says, I don't understand really. I'm not even getting the amount I do on lives, so I'm not sure how it works. Neither am I, but here's the important thing. It's climbing. Every day you're closer and closer and closer. And as you said, you didn't really get started. I think you said, what, in June? So you're not going to be losing any watch hours really, which is important because sometimes we can get stuck. This is what happened with UK Medic. Which reminds me, I need to check in on UK Medic. I haven't seen any updates for a while. There we go. Tony says, Squirrel, I see you. I hope you feel better. And tried to come home today with Wi-Fi, so I'll jump in a playlist. Nice. Thank you, Sniper. Tanya says, lovely. So yeah, Medic was stuck in that, and so was Runnerboy for a bit. Where you gain some watch hours, and then because, you're in that yearly cycle, and you might have had like a big live stream where you got lots of watch hours, and it's dropped as you're going through. You even staying even, or you actually end up losing some. So yeah, you gotta stay persistent so that you overcome that cycle. But for Tundra, same with Eric LaPointe, they didn't start doing a whole lot of videos until around June, if any. So, and they're so close now that they won't be losing any yet, which is good. I think that might be the same with Daisy May. So let me read Defenselessness. And then I'll get caught up in the chat again, and then we'll go make some breakfast. God's teachers have learned how to be simple. They have no dreams that need defense against the truth. They do not try to make themselves. Their joy comes from their understanding who created them. And does what God created need defense? No one can become an advanced teacher of God until he fully understands that defenses are but foolish guardians of mad illusions. The more grotesque the dream, the fiercer or more powerful its defenses seem to be. Yet when the teachers of God finally agrees to look past them, he finds that nothing was there. Slowly at first, he lets himself be undeceived, but he learns faster as his trust increases. There is no danger that comes when defenses are laid down. It is safety, it is peace, it is joy, and it is God. So it seems there are things that we need to defend. Our reputation, who we are, our truth. We declare, this is my truth. This is my whatever. But if we look deeper, especially if we take it in the form of, Buddhism, if we see the reality of no self of itself, what is there to defend? What is a reputation but someone's thought? And you're never going to change someone else's thought. Don't even bother. Rest in the defenselessness of love itself, the defenselessness of God. In other words, stay in your lane. And your lane is love. Your lane is kindness. Again, it doesn't mean condoning what other people do. It doesn't even mean condoning what you do. It means laying it aside and looking deeper into reality itself. Not your perception. And everything is a perception. Until we can learn to, first we have to realize that we are projecting everything. Everything that we perceive is a projection. Everything. And again, it's been demonstrated in the entirety of yoga, the entirety of Buddhism, every mystical tradition, including shamanism. The whole issue of plant medicine is seeing through the illusion of the world. We are literally dreaming the world. We're dreaming the world that we see. I'm literally dreaming this watch. Sounds weird, right? But without the name of this watch, without the label of this being a watch, without the collection of parts that were put together to make it a watch, what is it? Nothing. So I could defend. Of course, this is something. It's a watch. I spent a good bit of money on a GPS watch to take running with me. And if you try to steal it, I need to defend it. I need to defend myself. If you try to argue with me that this isn't a watch, I'm going to defend that it is. If you say it's a cheap watch, I'm going to say, how dare you say it's a cheap watch? I worked hard to earn money in order to buy this watch. Actually, I think it was a gift. But you see how if I defend it, I'm actually making it real. But in reality, it's not even a watch. It's the same as who we are. I am not my reputation. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my job. I'm not even this body. I am the pure awareness, the witness, the observer that allows all of this to happen. So what is there to defend? When I see deeper, when I look past the ego and the ego's narrative and the ego's insistence that there's always something to defend, I'm resting in this pure loving awareness. And life is just ultimately so much easier. Let's see. Dino says, hi, do you remember me? I'm going to be honest. I don't. But can you oh, Godzilla. Of course. Of course I remember Godzilla. How are you? Yep, I would not forget Godzilla. I didn't remember your name change, though. I apologize. How is everything? And how are the figures? You get any new figures lately, my friend? How are things in Romania? I haven't seen you for a while. I hope everything's good. So that's what I wanted to read. Oh, ordered 2 figures today for my birthday. Oh, ordered 2 figures for my birthday. Nice. When's your birthday? And if we missed it, or if it's coming up and we might not see you for a bit, happy birthday. About 2 minutes and we're going to call it a morning. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense with defenselessness. We always think, this happened, what am I going to do about it? First ask, did it really happen? Is it happening now? Does something need to be done about it? And if I try to do something, does it change the situation? Does it make the situation better? Or does it just keep me immersed deeper in the illusion that something is happening? In March, I seem to remember it was in March. But take a lot for them to arrive. Well, that's good. Hopefully it'll be here on your birthday. Sepa says, to a Saudi prince, the experience of his perception, of his personal perception, it's a cheap watch, but that doesn't take away from your defense, your own defense of your perception. This is true, but if I were to defend myself to the Saudi prince, then I'm just defending my own perception of it, which makes his perception more real to him and my perception more real to me. But as I lay aside my defense, my defensefulness, it's the perfect watch for me. You know what I mean? It's the perfect tool for the occasion. I don't need to have an expensive watch, unless the Saudi prince wishes to buy me one. Tina says, well, I might arrive in a week, but the first might arrive after the week, but second after my birthday. Gotcha. Well, it'll be good to get one early. And hopefully it won't be too much later after your birthday. So that's all we're defending is our perceptions. And is every perception worth a defense? It's an awful lot of energy, an awful lot of energy to expand. The best defense, simply a smile. Simply a smile. We always think we need to defend, most of all, and most importantly, our reputation. But to every person who comes to you with their own perception, you're going to have a different reputation. You are not your reputation. Sniper says, a gift is priceless anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely. Which makes you realize, what gift can we give each other every day? What gift can you give someone on a live stream? Can you give someone just a moment of kindness, a moment of mindfulness and awareness and attention? Like our friend Dino, the Godzilla, stopped in. He just gave me a great gift. Stopped in. Well, I gotta go. So see you later. Have a good day. You have a good day too. He could have spent that moment doing anything else. Anything. Could spend a moment coming here on the live stream. An old friend, haven't seen him in probably several months. Just came in to say hi. Same with our friend Jazua. It's 305. Same with each of you. I appreciate the gift. So, with that said, guys, I'm going to give myself the gift of oatmeal. One of my favorite gifts. Our friend Scroll Sniper said that he is going to give Tandra the gift of a playlist. But here's an important thing. Scroll Sniper is giving himself, and don't forget to give yourself a gift. Don't forget to give yourself attentiveness, kindness, self-care, compassion, and love. Sniper is giving himself that self-care, tending to his back. I love that word tending, and we can tend to ourselves. Also, allow other people to tend to you. Someone offers to give you a little bit of care, take them up on it. You're doing them a great favor. By caring for you, they are opening their heart. So, with that said, thank you guys for opening your heart to me, for tending to me with your attention, with your time, with your awareness, and I hope I can do the same for you. I'll be live again, 1 o'clock. Come on by, hang out with me, and we'll, who knows what we'll talk about. Something, for sure. I'm going to eat some breakfast, and I'm going to go out for a walk, maybe in the rain. We'll see if it holds off for a little bit. Take care, my friends.